Hey guys, I'm back with another candle review, and this time around it's for the 1 wick 7-ounce Leather Jardin candle from Zara. These are part of the Zara plus Jo Malone collaboration candles. So it is the Jo Malone CBE, the perfumer, who is the founder of the Jo Loves collection, but also has ties with the Jo Malone brand as well. And of course, Jo Malone is indeed somebody who creates fragrances for more of the luxury market. So when I found these candles, and they were said to be Jo Malone collaboration candles, but they were only $15.90. I was like, sign me up for that because, of course, like Jo Malone candles or Diptyque candles, like any of those kind of like single wick, this type of candle normally goes for like $70. So it was like for $15.90 to get like a Jo Malone perfumed candle. Yeah, let me check it out. So of course I did a haul on them, and I've been getting a number of comments and requests to start reviewing these. But of course these are single wick candles that take much longer to pull out and burn through. So it takes me a while to get through them, but I finally have started getting the ball rolling on these, and so I have reviews for a few of them coming up here. And the first one we have is the Leather Jardin one, which is from the Desert collection, I believe. It's a newer collection from the Zara Emotions collection that we had earlier, and I believe there's 4 fragrances in this one, and they're quite unique and different, and totally like different from anything you've smelled from your usual like Bath and Body Works type of mall retailer brand. And so I was totally excited to smell this, and I did pick up 2 of them, and the one that I really enjoyed was the Leather Jardin one right here. I believe Jardin translates into garden, so leather garden, and the notes on this read grapefruit, rose, and leather. And yes, so what does this smell like? So yeah, this is like totally unique and out of the box and different from what we normally smell from like Bath and Body Works. If you're going for the gourmand or the champagne fragrances, this is totally not it. This is obviously definitely more of a less mass appeal and more of your like luxury fragrance market type of fragrance. It's just totally different from anything else I've smelled, and I'm really enjoying it because it is so different. But it's probably quite off-putting for a lot of people who are used to BBW type fragrances. But if you're looking for something a little bit more high end and just different out of the box, then this is why we go for luxury candles. It's because we want fragrances that are totally different and unique. This one is so atmospheric and has a very old world vibe to it that I totally love. It's not like sweet at all. It's definitely not mass appeal, so definitely like, get ready when you smell this one. Basically, what it smells like to me is you definitely get the leather smell in there. It smells like leather chairs, and it smells like leather chairs mixed with like, somebody was like smoking cigarettes on it. So there's definitely a smoky, slightly ashtray, slightly cigarette smoky quality to it is mixed in with that leather chair type of feel. So you get both the leather fragrance in there as well as like a smoky cigarette smell. But then you also get a slightly floral, powdery, almost like a shaving cream or a aftershave type of fragrance in there. Like a lot of like tobacco flower fragrances have this kind of quality where it's floral, but like a masculine floral that leans more in like once again the shaving cream or like a men's product route, but not a cologne by any means. More of that like shaving cream type of fragrance is what I get in there, mixed with a like floral powderiness that makes it a little bit more robust. And it's just like overall this like super old world like masculine type of fragrance. I just think of like a roaring fireplace and like a moody, dark like study or library room with a ton of old books that are like leather bound, and there's leather chairs in there as well. And there's some people like smoking, a pipe or a smoke or like a cigarette or something, and you get the smell of like leather chair and the cigarettes or like leather bound books, and then you get the slightly like if the person who was smoking the cigarette happen to have like aftershave or some type of like that type of like shaving cream type of fragrance on them. It's just like all that rolled up into one, and it's like this super like I don't know, just old world atmospheric, moody, like men's fragrance that I just like so much about it because it just smells totally different from anything else, and it's just sets such a mood. So I just love burning this at night in my like office room, and I just go to town with it, and it smells great. So definitely not at all a like cutesy fun fragrance. Definitely an acquired taste, just like totally different. Obviously, leather plus cigarettes and shaving cream is probably not going to be appealing to a lot of people, but for me it's just great. It's just up there with like the Paris Cafe Bouquet from BBW and having a very old world atmospheric vibe. And I love it. Like, this is exactly what I go for luxury candles, to get something that's totally different out of the box. And the fact that I can get this for $15.90, normally, you would have to spend so much more to get a fragrance that's like this. I'm like just totally, loving the fact that I can get such a strange fragrance such as this for a affordable price point. So really enjoying the fragrance on this one. As for the performance, these do take a long time to pull out, which is just par for the course with a lot of single wick candles like this. It took probably an entire, what is that, 6 hours for it to finally pull out, and that's with the help of an Illumilid. Obviously, use an Illumilid at your own discretion, because the Yankee Candle Illumilids are not made for small single wick candles like this. They are made for the large jars that have the glass neck of the Yankee candle. So once again, use at your own discretion, because they kind of just like rest on top of it, but they don't like fit snugly either, so it could like kind of like topple over. So definitely keep an eye on it. Obviously, like, be in the room while you're using the Illumilid, just make sure like it's still in place. An Illumilid lid does get quite hot, but it's the only way to get these single wick candles to pull out properly and evenly, and like get an even pull even after 6 hours. So these take much longer to pull out than like a 3-wick Bath and Body Works candle. So it's just kind of like you light it and you go. But at least when you put a Illumilid on it, the flame does not flicker too much, and it's a lot more controlled, so that's good. But when you take the Illumilid off, as you can see in the footage here, it does flicker quite a bit, and the like flame just gets super high and just flickers a lot, so that's kind of annoying. But at least it doesn't soot and smoke a ton like a Bath and Body Works candle does. So at least you don't get too much of the soot, but you do get a very massive, like, vicious flickering flame that you have to kind of watch for. So just keep that in mind. So that's just the downside of these single wick candles, is you have to have them pulling for a long time, and the throw is not going to be traditionally as strong as a 3-wick candle from BBW. Although in this case, this candle is actually quite strong. This is probably the strongest of all of them that I've tried. It like fills the entire bedroom to like a 7 quality, which is very strong for a single wick candle. Goes into the hallway and actually even goes into the dining room too. Like, this actually overpowers all the other candles when it's going. So anywhere from 7 to an 8, which is pretty impressive for a single wick candle. So this one's also very strong too, so I like that. So yeah, total A plus on this one. Once again, very much of an acquired taste. But if you like what I described, then I'm definitely check it out, especially for $15.90. And once again, I think it's fantastic that we can get Jo Malone fragrances from a retailer. I can go into a store and actually smell them ahead of time, and it's only $15.90. It's just super affordable to be able to get luxury fragrances like this. I think it's just such a great idea to bring luxury candle fragrances like to the masses like that. I just can't rave enough about that concept. So that's my review on Leather Jardin. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.